Hello, fabulous. I hope today is treating you kindly. And if it isn't, then today's message is for you. So, today, actually, the last couple of days, full transparency, have been a little bit rougher. I encountered some experiences that triggered my my grief process. So the thing about grief is it is not something you just get over. It's something that you learn how to carry, and it never really gets easier so much as you kind of adapt to that what that experience is like. And today is all about just kind of the exploration of that experience, that whole impact of grief triggers, right? So we talked recently in a video about what to do when your triggers trigger other people. And today it's more about how to support yourself in those moments when you're triggered. And what I realized is it's really, really good to have support. And the first place that that support comes from, external support is fantastic, don't get me wrong, but the first place that that support comes from is yourself. Taking that moment to recognize what you need and sit with whatever it is. And when I mean sit with something, I'm talking about allowing yourself to have that experience, that physiological response in your body, the acknowledgement of the feelings being what they are, and just letting that be there without judgment, which I know takes a bit of practice. It's been definitely something I'm working on personally. And it doesn't feel good to sit with things that don't feel good. Like it's so much easier to sit in a space of joy or peace or, delight, freedom, all of the lovely things. But we are designed to feel all of the feelings, whether we like them or not. And even the stuff that doesn't feel good deserves equal expression too. So, what I had the opportunity to practice doing today was really evaluating what I needed individually. Like, how could I best support me? Because the truth is, if you're struggling, maybe the people around you aren't going to know that. If you don't say something, you can't get supported. If you need more support, you're going to have to advocate for yourself. And you're the one that gets to decide what that support looks like. You can, graciously not accept or choose to decline support that doesn't feel adequate to your needs. So, like if someone's coming at you with, in full cheerleader mode, like, yeah, you'll get through this, you've got this, you're like, no, that's not what I need right now. Thank you. I appreciate that that's where you're coming from, but that's not what I need right now. And just really figuring out what it is for you in that moment that would be most supportive. Is it going outside and taking, a quick walk, or just kind of refreshing your brain, stepping away from whatever it is that you're doing? Does it mean removing yourself from a situation that doesn't serve you or doesn't feel like you can function appropriately or adequately in that situation? What does that look like? Figure that out and then go do that. And then definitely lean into your supports. If there's a go to person, especially in grief, like a grief counselor, a therapist, a friend, a support group, something. You can't do grief by yourself. I mean, we can't do life by ourselves. So you certainly shouldn't do this alone. Also, I will say that when you struggle, because we all do sometimes, there's no shame in it. I mean, it's just the reality of the situation. There's going to be things that just don't feel great, that are going to knock you right off your feet and kind of destroy your functional capacity for a little while, and that's totally normal. It's normal. It happens. It's just, you know, unfortunately it's disabling. I mean, grief can very much be disabling. And it's important to be patient with yourself through that process. You're not failing, you're not doing it wrong. There's not a right way to do this. It's just this is how it is. Some days things are just what they are. And if a day is rough, that doesn't make, or a moment is rough, that doesn't necessarily mean that the whole entire day or your whole entire life or whatever is ruined or bad or wrong. It just means that you're having a moment. And that's exactly what this is. And The other thing that I felt was important to point out as well is that we kind of in Western culture suck at grief support. It's really not socially acceptable to not be in a good, healthy place. And hey, it's Mental Health Awareness Month. So this is a great time to talk about this. Whether you're experiencing anything emotionally that maybe doesn't feel good, know that it's normal to feel feelings that suck. If you need help, you are worthy of getting it because, again, we can't do this life alone. And it's all right to not exist in a space that's socially acceptable all the time. You know, the sun shines all the time. It's just we don't always see it. And for folks who are kind of mostly rainbows and bubbles and kittens and, love, light, peace, and positivity all the time, if you're having a moment where that's not your reality, you have permission to not be, love, light, peace, and positivity all the time, and rainbows and bubbles and kittens. Sometimes you just have to say, that's nice, or use your Yellowstone logic and, move on with your day. That's just how it has to be. So don't feel like there's not space for you to feel how you feel, whatever that is. Even if it's inconvenient, even if it's not nice, even if people don't understand it, even if you feel like you're sick of existing in this space where you are right now. We're there sometimes. Everybody's there sometimes. Just be there. You can't run from it. I wish you could. Grief will just wait for you. In particular, a lot of things will just wait until you're finished and then come back with a vengeance. So it's far and away better, definitely from my experience, to just let it be what it is. Feel it in the moment, support yourself as best you can, get help when you need it, and move through, because there's no over. There is no over, only through. And I'd like to invite you in closing to remember the stories of, Winnie the Pooh, the adventures of Winnie the Pooh, and how Eeyore, the little donkey character, was always pretty gloomy and just, he was a Debbie Downer with love. I mean, everybody loved Eeyore, and he was just kind of a bummer to be around sometimes, but nobody ever complained about his behavior. Nobody ever called him out. Nobody ever said, hey, you need to get over yourself. They just included him and accepted him as he was. And you don't have to be bubbles and kittens and rainbows and sunshine. You don't have to. It's okay. It's okay. Be where you are. It's totally acceptable. And your people who love and support you, like I'm loving and supporting you right now in these moments where it feels icky. Yeah, we got you. We know. It's okay. It's okay to be here. Just go ahead and be here for however long you need to. It's not going to last forever because nothing does. And this may be hard, and you will find a way to carry it. And you can get support to carry it. Take advantage of your employee assistance programs. Take advantage of, support groups, therapy sessions, wherever you can get help that feels most aligned to you. Please, please get help. And as always, I'm here to do everything I can to walk with folks who are going through a hard time. So remember, if you're having an Eeyore moment, it's totally okay. Or if you feel like you're Eeyore all the time, Eeyore is acceptable. There's room for Eeyore too. So thank you with glitter on it for your time and attention. And I hope you all have a sparkly day. Love you. Bye.